Why the hell we're opening up our home, our lives, our stories, God only knows.
Moving out of your home country is a big deal for anyone, and then having a baby away from home is all really big.
Gabriel's first outing was...
The first outing that wasn't the hospital was Burj Khalifa, Armani for lunch.
Do not attempt to do any kind of refurbishment with a pregnant wife.
It's a hard thing, it's a big thing, and you have to just kind of figure it out. And I wish somebody had said it won't be easy.
Welcome to At Home with the Hutchinsons, which, if you've not already guessed, is a podcast with me and my beautiful wife here at home. My beautiful wife being Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia.
Now, Amelia and I have toyed with this idea of hosting a podcast probably before Gabriel came along, but more so after. And now just feels like the right time. Why the hell we're opening up our home, our lives, our stories, God only knows, but we really hope that you'll join us on this journey. And if you're tuning in for the first time and you don't know who we are, ladies first, Mimi, as you are affectionately known, give us a little intro.
So I'm Amelia, as Cameron said, affectionately known as Mimi, and that's actually how I brand myself under my business, which is Miss Mimi's. Have been a teacher for years and years, and then finally stepped out on my own a few years ago and run Miss Mimi's, although at the moment I am on maternity leave, which is sad because it's coming to an end.
Oh, it's not sad. You've had an amazing time.
It's been amazing, yeah, it's been incredible. But
it's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but I must go back to work at some point.
So you're a tutor?
I am a tutor. I tutor all primary age children, but after I go back, I'm actually going to be launching some baby sign classes, just to help me diversify what I'm doing and allow me to spend that extra time with Gabriel.
So can I put you to the test, and can you show the viewers at home what mummy and daddy actually are in sign language, please?
Okay, so it's really bad. I can do mummy.
No, that's not okay. You should be able to do daddy.
Mummy is 1, 2.
Okay.
With the 3 fingers.
So it's like this.
Mummy.
3 fingers.
Mummy.
Mummy.
I can't do daddy. I'm so sorry.
Can we? Really?
I can do dog.
It's as good as dog.
I don't know if it's thumbs out or thumbs in, but yeah, it
feels good to do the dog.
And this is cow. I know the really, like
good,
McDonald's
amazing
signs, but yeah.
But you don't know dad.
I will learn dad.
Thank you. Well, I guess then by introduction for me, I am hopefully known to my network as Kameron with a K. I'm recruitment director for Allsop and Allsop, and I guess above all else, I make the roads in Dubai busier. Why? Because I hire, together with my team, lots of real estate agents for the Dubai real estate market. I've done recruitment since I moved to Dubai, really, and I've been involved in the real estate industry since I was 16. Much to Amelia's like or dislike, I don't know. It's been pretty stressful at points, right?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. It's just that your affection and love of Rightmove has never gone away.
And Property Finder for
the UAE.
Dubai. Yeah, guilty pleasure is actually I do spend quite a lot of time on Rightmove. I don't have a PlayStation or an Xbox, but I do spend way too much time on Rightmove. But anyway, we like playing Monopoly, and we'll talk about that maybe more in the podcast later. Most importantly, and I'm gonna ask you, why are we here?
I think we're here because moving out of your home country is a big deal for anyone. But moving out, moving away, setting up jobs, businesses, and then having a baby away from home is all really big. So I think we've done some amazing things in terms of places we've been and places we've visited, but also experiences we've had, positive, negative. But it's just about being away from home and being able to showcase actually this is our life and the goods and the bads that come from it.
So basically being expats in Dubai, and more recently expat parents living in Dubai.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And hopefully, well, not hopefully, we're going to be raw, we're going to be honest. We're going to give advice, some advice you as the viewers at home may think, what the hell are they talking about? But it's our experience.
I think that's the thing, it's advice, but it's based on what we've done. I don't feel qualified to give advice.
No.
But we can say what we've done and what works.
Maybe the caveat is non-judgmental advice. We're giving advice based on what we've done. If you like it, fantastic. If you don't,
it doesn't work.
Then maybe comment below and tell us what your personal experiences are. So we said we were going to start this podcast after Gabriel. Yes, that's right. 5 months of being parents. And we think, why not? Why don't we start a podcast? After self-renovating our home.
Against my will.
I would say this if you are watching: do not attempt to do any kind of refurbishment with a pregnant wife. It could result in divorce. Thankfully, not for us. But I would say don't do a house renovation with a pregnant wife. But let's rewind to our lives as metropolitan dinks.
Double income, no kids. What a life.
What a life that was. Metropolitan dinks. Living in downtown.
Living downtown.
In our apartment that had our famous Burj Khalifa view.
Yeah. New Year's Eve parties galore.
New Year's Eve parties. Life was good. Walking distance to the world's largest mall. Coffee shops, restaurants.
Yeah, we loved that apartment, but it had 1 bedroom.
It was not suitable for kids. And the summer that we spent, last summer that we spent quite a lot of time in the UK.
We did, yeah.
Of course, we're British. And we spent a lot of time around family, friends who had children.
Yeah.
Those that know us probably would have said, Kameron and Amelia will never have children.
Yeah, I think the ones that knew us really well, you know, the ones that have known us from the beginning, I think they probably thought we would eventually. But I think people stopped asking us because we got married and 8 months later, we moved to Dubai. So I think people just stopped asking us.
Well, we got married young and we got together even younger. So I think people expected us to have kids. But yeah, thankfully, they stopped asking us.
They did, yeah.
Maybe a piece of feedback. If you want to stop being asked whether or not you're going to have kids, move to another country. Okay, so then we were double income, no kids. We did have 2 dogs, but we loved our life. People that knew us would probably have suggested maybe we won't have children. My mum actually was gobsmacked.
Well, she was really upset because she sold all of the stuff from your niece and nephew. And
all of the stuff from when we were kids, to be fair with you.
Yeah.
We go to Miami.
To see Taylor Swift.
To see Taylor Swift, yes. We fly halfway around the world to go and see Taylor Swift.
I did give you ample time to buy the tickets for London.
You did give us ample time. I missed the London tickets. We chose Miami instead.
We did.
How amazing was it going to Miami, though, to go and watch Taylor Swift? And by the way, if you don't know, this is Amelia's favourite artist in the whole world.
Huge Swiftie, yeah. Proud of it in my 30s.
I think I actually may have told you that it was Swiftie. But we go to Miami. We do what most couples on holiday do and have an amazing time.
Yeah.
We
Eating,
didn't have any stress.
Drinking, shopping.
Ate, drink, shopped, slept.
Beach, walking,
on repeat.
running.
And we conceived a baby.
We did.
We conceived Gabriel.
Baby Gabe.
Let's talk about that last day in Miami, which actually now when we look back, of course, we knew, but probably didn't know. And I used my age-old, you'll be fine, have a couple of ibuprofen and get on with it.
Yeah, well, I was just really sick, wasn't I? And it was the night after Taylor Swift. And I was just like completely floored, couldn't get out of bed. And then obviously you're in another country. So I was messaging WhatsApping my doctor here, like, what should I take? And she was saying, you know, anything that's got this ingredient in it. And obviously you were then in, the 7-Eleven or the Applebee's? I
can't really remember. I mean, the fact that you were WhatsApping your doctor is another story for Dubai. But yeah, I got you medicine.
But yeah, I was just completely floored. And then I think we flew back the next day, 16-hour flight.
Yep.
And I was fine. It was just that one night, wasn't it, that I just was really, really sick, fever and everything. And
then how long was it after we got back before you decided that we needed to take the walk?
I think it must have been, it was the end of October, because I remember it happening before Halloween, because we were going to be going out, and naturally I had to cut the Prosecco from my yeah, so it was the end of October.
Hang on, wait, what? Go back. You had to cut the Prosecco from
We were going to do this like pairing of foods, and it was like an alcohol and a food. Like, it was something you sent me on Instagram, and it was like, you know, Prosecco and Kit Kats or something like that. And it was just, it was really
it was Halloween treats for adults.
Yeah.
So it was like a pairing. So it was like a red wine and a Twix, or
mine was Prosecco and a Kit Kat.
Fine.
And I remember distinctly not having Prosecco. I probably had the Kit Kat, get 2 or 3.
Kit Kat chunky with peanut butter. Or you
it's
original?
A classic. It's got to be a classic. So yeah, I think it was probably 3 or 4 days before Halloween, and we'd only just got back from Miami 3 or 4 days before that. And it was Tuesday, and I remember because I was working from home, and I did 1 pregnancy test in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening, and all 3 of them were different. And lots of people out there will have taken pregnancy tests, but they're all different. So what one tells you need a line, one tells you need 2 lines. It was, and I basically did one which came out pregnant, one which didn't, and then the evening one was digital one and it said pregnant. So then I'm at home alone, freaking out because I have this news to share. And if you know our 2 little dogs, they're quite, tricky to walk. They like to go in lots of directions. And I thought, I've got to tell you. So, but I don't want that distraction whilst we're walking. So you'd done a podcast that day with Kelly Lundberg. So you were riding on a high because you were like, it was really good and you got to meet her and, you had all this stuff going on. And I was just walking along the boulevard towards Burj Khalifa, just like not listening to anything you were saying.
Oh, mind you had a lot on your mind.
I had a lot on my mind. And then we basically stopped at the end of the boulevard to turn around and talk in more. And then I told you. And you just kind of stood there. And then there was lots of people around. So then we went and sat down and you were like, tell me everything. And I told you everything. And
did I take the news as you expected?
no, you were really, really excited, which I think because I was so nervous and so like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Even though I knew it's what we wanted, it actually happening is a totally different feeling. But yeah, no, you were just really excited, which helped me to become excited.
And looking back on that day when you gave the news, did you think you delivered it in the way that you wanted?
I think you always see, and this is the same with anything, you see things on Instagram that you think, wow, that's really cool. But I think I know you well enough, and I don't think I was prepared enough to have like organised a little baby grow or anything like that. I just wouldn't have been able, and we have some friends that did an amazing like reveal mum to dad, and I just thought, no, I just got to tell you because I can't think straight.
I mean, I actually think it's probably very me and you. If we think back to when we got engaged, for the viewers at home, I proposed to you
At home.
in bed.
I was, ready to go to sleep.
I did kneel at the side
By
of the
the
bed.
bedside,
Okay, I wasn't like lying down in bed. But I think the way that you told me felt very natural and organic and no
frills, just the news.
By the way, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then it happened. Now, if we fast forward 5 months, which is how long it's been, Gabriel has just celebrated 5 months on this earth. I actually want to say thank you because I think we've done a good job so far. I mean, we're still smiling. I don't think we look that tired. Maybe we do, I don't know.
I mean, I've got bags that I never had before. I'm going to say that.
No. I actually think you look fabulous, and I'm not just saying that for the cameras. But I think actually we've done an okay job so far to be in a position now to go, okay, let's reflect, and let's like really dig into this next chapter.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say the next chapter because every day is different. So you think a chapter is like the next month or the next few weeks, but the next chapter could be one day to the next, and you just something that worked yesterday won't work today.
Well,
so
the routine or not routine. By the way, are you going to drink your tea or not? Because this is a common thing where I make you a cup of tea and then you don't actually drink it.
I know, but I like to wait for it to be.
It's optimum temperature. So then if we bring it all the way back to why we're doing this podcast, ultimately it's to share some feedback and guidance, I guess, of our experience. And I guess to have people at home on this journey with us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? We've chosen to record this at home. We're opening up our home to, the outside world. And although I'm pretty open on Instagram, I share what I want.
You do.
Whereas we are literally sat at our dining room table.
Absolutely, yeah.
With our cup of tea.
Where we sit every night.
Where we sit every night. Yeah, it's crazy. Here's a question. Do you think in the run up to Gabriel arriving, you read too much?
I know your opinion on
or
this.
Or too little about becoming parents?
So I think I was really into the Jessie Ware podcast, which is called Is It Normal? And it basically goes through pregnancy symptoms. So I did that and I followed that weekly, which was really, really good. I also delved into other podcasts. So I did a lot about the pregnancy and I knew that I wanted to breastfeed. So I read a book about breastfeeding. But actual parenthood and what to expect and the rules and the norms and things to know, I didn't read much about that, which only occurred to me after he was born that I hadn't delved into that section of things.
Okay.
But yeah, I did read, I did look things up a lot. I did. Yeah, I do, but that's what I do. I like to read. I like to have
You are the
my
queen
facts.
of Google, to be fair with you. Do you think that it helped, or do you actually think that when Gabriel arrived, actually a lot of the things that you read maybe just went out the window and like mum mode just happened?
I wouldn't say it just happened. And I said to you a couple of times, I don't feel like it's happened. But then at the same time, I knew what I was doing. I mean, you know, we were in the hospital for the first 4 days, and by the time we were out, we had the changing, winding, everything routine down. And I knew what I was doing. And I know now if there's a certain cry or a certain time, I know what the problem is and that kind of thing. But I wouldn't say it was like, I felt like it kicked in. I felt like it was just naturally there. But if you asked me if it was there, I would have said no. So it's a strange...
It's an interesting one though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because up until having children, and we have 2 dogs that we would need to look after, feed,
Yeah.
walk, and ensure that their needs are met. Having a baby is like an accentuated version of that.
I would say it's nothing like it, to be honest. I think,
Says the one who didn't give birth.
Poppy especially is, I mean, she was very minimal work. Shelby, on the other hand, has been quite a lot of hard work. But yeah, they're a responsibility, but in a totally different way.
Okay, here's a question then. Do you think having had dogs has geared you up for parenthood or not? Or actually, do you think now it wouldn't have mattered whether they were here or not?
Not in the same way that I thought it would. I thought it would, because we had a responsibility, having Gabriel would be similar, but it's nothing like that. I mean, we go on holiday, dogs go to Shampooch, they have a great time.
Shout out to Shampooch.
Shout out to Shampooch.
The best
Who
daycare.
have sent us like a school photo, which I'm sure you can share, of all the dogs in daycare, which is just hilarious.
Their little class of...
Yeah, they line them all up. I don't know how they do it. They're magicians. But no,
we go on holiday,
when it comes to Gabriel, it's booking flights. It's making sure we know where we're going to be staying. Has he got a crib and things like that. It's totally different. And for me, I spend a lot of time with him. Whereas like when we first had Poppy, we would go to work and she would have dog walker in the day. So we would, you know, we loved her dearly, but she was at home. And she came out with us a lot as well. But it's just, it feels different, really, I think. And yeah, also you didn't carry.
No, I didn't.
The baby.
No, and you did an amazing job of that. Okay, so I actually have a slightly different take on it. And I would say because we've got dogs and because we've got responsibilities, actually having Gabriel, he's kind of just slotted in to our lifestyle, right? And rather than thinking, oh my God, we have a baby now, we can't go out, we can't do this, our lives are over. I personally think the way that we had our dogs, or have our dogs, because we still have them now, they fit into our lifestyle. If we want to go to brunch, they go to daycare. If we want to go on holiday, they go to daycare. If we need to walk them early because it's hot, we walk them early. Like, we adjust based on them. And I think Gabriel is another addition into that adjustment.
Into our family,
I think for me, maybe as the dad, and I think a mum arrival into parenthood and a dad arrival into parenthood are 2 different
they are.
feelings. For me, I just feel like it's an extra person in the gang. Like, it's just...
But I think that's why we have worked in the first few months, because I wouldn't have the confidence to be out and about as much as I am now if we hadn't had those first few weeks where you were like, right, we're going to brunch, we're going to dinner, we're going to go to the mall. And it was great because you were really lucky with the flexi time that you had. And you made time, and you ensured we got out and about. And in that respect, it is similar to having girls.
Yeah.
But I think as well, that's where we've worked quite well as a team.
So I would agree, and I wasn't going to raise this until later on, but actually I think it's the relevant time now. Maternity, paternity, like having time together.
It's so important.
Yeah.
So important.
And actually, I mean, we're only 5 months in. So much is going to change and happen and everything else. But I actually think that by having those first couple of months together, figuring out, letting you sleep and me having Gabriel and vice versa, and feeding and listening to the cries, and ultimately going out and telling you we're going to brunch, and you're like, but Gabriel's like 8 weeks old. He'll be fine. And he was fine. He was literally the best baby in the house.
Yeah, he woke
But
up.
I actually think that time, and I have to attribute some thanks to my employer, because I really, really wanted that time off with you. And I think amongst other people, it could seem unusual. Like, why would the dad want to be off for like more than a couple of days?
Time,
I really valued that togetherness, that building new routines, building the relationship, adjusting the relationship. Like for me, it was
I think
invaluable.
it's important, and I think having that is just so invaluable. There's no like cost associated with it. Like it just is so important, and not everybody gets it. Every employer is different. Some people value it. You obviously work for a business that does value it, and I obviously had to save because I'm self-employed to take that time off.
Yeah.
So there's sacrifices on both sides, but yeah, I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
Interestingly though, and obviously it's a bit of a hot topic. Well, it's not necessarily a hot topic unless you're having kids, but maternity leave in Dubai is how long?
I think a standard is 45 days.
Okay.
But I'm actually not sure if that relates only to teaching. That could be.
Maybe we'll do a bit of a fact check.
That I've been in, yeah.
But then paternity leave, not necessarily just in Dubai but globally, is poor.
Yeah,
right?
generally, yeah.
Like it's very, very low. I think like 2 weeks.
I think, yeah.
Again, we'll do a bit of a fact check. But for some people, that's not an option. 2 weeks is 2 weeks. We have friends
and then you go back,
who had that 2 weeks and that was it. Having the ability to be able to be off for that period of time, I think has stood us in quite nice steading for.
Yeah, and we chose to take that time by ourselves. Again, linking back to being expats, having a family. You think, do I, want everyone here straight away? And I was quite particular about that because I was, and I'm going to hold my hands up and say,
no, I think it's important.
I wanted that first month just the three of us, 4 plus Adika and 6 plus the girls, but I wanted that time just us in the house, just to learn and make mistakes and know that, we're both learning and one of us is not better than the other, and we needed to have the explosive arguments about what was going to happen or who was doing what, because it's just normal.
No, absolutely.
And actually then after a month, your mum came and it was lovely. And I feel like it was just the right amount of time for us. And then she was obviously here. She stepped in, took Gabriel.
Yeah.
Wouldn't give him back.
But that was kind of nice. Like I remember not really knowing at what point, like what day it is, what time it is. She's just here. She's like, you just go do whatever. Yeah. Not that we left for an extended period of time, but like a quick nap or a shower or something like that. Let's just go back a sec, because I know at the time you were you're very amenable until you're not amenable and then you tell me no. But you referenced earlier brunch, or Gabriel's first outing was?
The first outing that wasn't the hospital was the Burj Khalifa, Armani, for lunch.
We did a lunch at the Armani Hotel.
Yeah.
In the Burj Khalifa, and you'd not, as you said, other than going to and from the hospital, because of course when you're living in Dubai, there's many trips that you have to do back to the hospital to make sure that he's okay and tests and all that jazz, which is great.
Yeah.
So then the first time I take us as a family out, I'm taking you to the world's tallest building, to a fairly
nice
high class restaurant, and you're like, but I need to breastfeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it in Armani. Like, what the hell are you doing to me? Why are you doing this to me? But hats off to you. I'm going to say it. You did remarkably well. And hats off to the staff at the Armani, because they welcomed us and him with open arms.
Yeah, they did. It was great.
They did a little cake to say congratulations, little one. Yeah. Did it say congratulations or welcome to the world?
Yeah, something like that. It was really sweet.
And then after lunch, we went and had coffee in the Armani cafe, and even the stewardess
they came over. She wanted to
took him from us and had a hold.
Yeah.
Like, again, throwing no shade on anybody else, but some people might choose not to go and do that.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I just thought, no way, we're going out.
Yeah, but I think there's that knowing. We'd had a little bit of time with him. We knew, what he needed and what he didn't. And I think we've been very blessed with him. He's been very, very chilled out baby. I think we can both say that. But it could go one of two ways. And I've had times where I've taken him out and he's just not been happy at all. And then you just have to call time on it. But I mean, I think having a couple of those outings where actually it goes well, it balances itself out.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
And also you can't think to yourself, we've gone out this afternoon, he's been an absolute terror, therefore we're not going out again.
No, of course not. No, every day will be different. So as I
absolutely.
said before, every day is a new chapter.
Well, we won't reference that it took him 3/4 of the film to settle in the cinema today,
I think,
or half the film.
So the cinema thing is really great, but Wicked is quite an intense movie.
So okay, let's just let's just take it back a step for the viewers. Give them an idea of what you've done today.
So it's hosted by Mum Club Dubai, and they are fabulous in lots of ways. Lots of great people attend their events. They do Pilates and cinema and walks and everything. So if you're a new mum in Dubai, you have to follow them. And they do once a month cinema club, and sometimes the movies are kind of older movies that they continue, or for example today Wicked was just released, Wicked 2, and we went to see that, but it's quite an intense movie. We've seen the first one together.
Yeah, the music, the singing,
and the monkeys and it's quite dark, so I think some of the music was quite upsetting for him, and it was obviously they turned the volume down and the lights are a little brighter, but it's still quite an intense setting. So yeah, I took him out for a bit and then I brought him back in and he had a feed and he was fine. So but yeah, kind of for the first 45 minutes of the film I was thinking, oh, is he gonna have a wobble? So
only in Dubai though you would take your newborn baby to the cinema to watch a movie that's only just been released.
Yeah,
hats off.
Yeah,
love it. So sticking with cinema, let's just stick with dating, since cinema is often a date that we will go on. Alphabet dating.
I think we did A to D. And then we had baby.
Did A to D, and we had E planned.
You had it booked.
Which was entertainment, and I was taking you to the circus, which was coming to the Coca-Cola Arena. And was Gabriel born on the Wednesday?
He was born on the Wednesday, and that was booked for the following Sunday.
Yeah. And we thought, 5 days in, maybe going to the circus is not the best thing to do with a newborn baby. So we cancelled that. So I do actually have E still to book. Although could we class this as E? Entertainment? We're providing entertainment. Is that a bit cheap?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Okay.
Do better.
Will do. Why did we decide to start alphabet dating though?
We decided after Christmas that we were going to do it. I think just because we both are guilty of working quite hard, and sometimes our weeks were very intense, Monday through Friday, late nights working, getting things planned or interviewing, that kind of thing. And I think we kind of realised that our lives were going to change, and we had to maybe just take a little bit of time out and actually make that time count, not just being at home and both being on our laptops.
Yep.
Because although we're not big phone scrollers, if we've both got our laptops out, other than do you want a cup of tea, there's not sometimes a lot of talking. So we actually decided that we were going to do alphabet dating, and we started with afternoon tea.
We did
Burgers by the Beach. Then we did cinema, which was Mission Impossible.
Yep.
And I can't remember what D was.
Dinner date?
Was that Bisou?
Did we go to Bisou? What was that? Yeah, it was dinner date. Yeah, it was dinner date.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then it was supposed to be entertainment.
But I think it was just about making that conscious time for each other and knowing that our lives were about to change, and just making sure that we took that time to have together.
And then in true parent fashion, baby has taken over and we haven't done any of the other alphabets.
I'm not sure we can say that though, because I think dinner date, mind you, that was just before we came. Maybe like May, June, yeah.
You were heavily pregnant then. We decided to sit upstairs 40 steps up.
Frightening. Yeah.
You were still wearing heels though. Got to give it to you. Okay, so we are going to continue with alphabet dating though, right? So anybody who has any suggestions from E
to Z. But we do them in order, so it will be E that you will plan, then I will plan F.
Well, F's kind of taken care of. Flight. It's going to be our first
flight.
Though,
can you count that?
Yeah.
Is it a date?
If we order some champagne.
Yeah, okay.
Go on. Okay, I want to ask you a question. What is your view on the 777 rule? And you're going to go, what the hell is the 777 rule? Well, I'm going to tell you what the 777 rule is. It's going on a date with your partner once a week.
Okay.
It's going away for a night together once every 7 weeks. And it's going on holiday alone together once every 7 months.
I think, not to be negative, I don't think it's always achievable.
Okay.
I think a date, we can, I mean, we are very fortunate. We have time on our own now in the evenings where we can go out and we can leave our lovely housekeeper with Gabriel.
Yes.
So
Big
I
up to
think
Dalika.
a date.
Every household needs one. More on her later.
I think going out once a week is important just to kind of keep base. I think going away for a night, we have done nights away, but we've taken Gabriel with us. And we haven't done any holidays yet. But
ironic, we're British expats and our first holiday is going to be Great Britain.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask about the 777 rule is because in a couple's first year, on average, 20% of couples divorce
Mm-hmm.
because of a change and a strain, and 60% of people experience extreme difficulty or unrest or conflict in their relationship. Hence, we started alphabet dating before. I talk about the 777 rule after, but it's important to maintain some me and you time because
hugely important. Yeah.
we are now, first and foremost, mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like everything else is after. The first and most important thing is Gabriel.
It is, and I totally agree. But I also think that he needs to grow up in a household seeing us as husband and wife and friends. So yes, we're mum and dad and his needs come first. But for him to grow up in a happy and, stable household, he needs to see us working as a team or, having fun together, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do think it's important, and it can feel unrealistic when you look at it, but I think you have to prioritize and be able to kind of juggle things. And we're really fortunate we have family that come to visit, so it wouldn't be totally unachievable. But we haven't done it yet. But I do think we have made time.
Well,
Even
we've
just
purposefully carved out time
we
to
have.
ensure that we are still Cameron and Amelia and still husband and wife. But there is that element of mum and dad priorities first. And
And it's been really nice because we have taken him on a couple of staycations and we have had a lot of fun. But I understand that it's fun ensuring that he's okay first and then us after. Yeah. So yeah.
You getting the gin and tonics ready, me
You put
wrestling
down
him to sleep, going out, us getting 20 minutes before he wakes up, maybe a game of cards or a catch up or whatever. Okay, I'm going to ask you these 3 questions.
Oh no.
Mommy, if you could do it all again, and I mean pregnancy, would you do anything different?
No, I don't think I would, and I don't want to get too emotional, but I feel like Gabriel came at the right time, and we've been very blessed. And for the first few months, I didn't get any sickness or anything like that. I was really, really lucky. I was able to continue exercising and stay quite fit. It was only towards the end where we had some difficulties with this growth, and they said that he would potentially be coming early. Obviously, you want to make sure that the baby is healthy, but I feel like we had such good care and we had such a good team around us making sure that he was okay. So no, I don't think I would. At the time, I was really upset because he was coming early and he was coming at 36 and 6, and I just felt like that was too much. And I remember being upset the night before, just thinking like, is he going to be okay and all of that. But no, I wouldn't do anything differently because I feel like we have the baby that we have because of it.
Our angel.
Yeah.
And actually, one piece of advice to the dads out there, try and get that last sleep in your own bed on your own. I shared it with 2 dogs, but honestly, that last sleep, fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine was in a hospital bed the night before, so not quite as glamorous.
I'm sorry. One thing you wish you'd have known pre-pregnancy that would have helped you post-pregnancy?
I think the breastfeeding situation, the breastfeeding knowledge. Again, I read the book, but the practice is totally different.
You also watched those horrific videos.
I mean, we were both meant to watch them for the antenatal classes. You just didn't watch them. It
was strange.
And the antenatal classes were great, but in reality, when the baby comes, I don't know how much of it. I mean, there's a couple of note bits that I remember, but.
Well, listen, you're practicing with a doll. I mean, my most notable memory of the antenatal classes was the competition that we had, where we had to dress and undress the baby and put a nappy on it.
Some people didn't treat it like a baby though, and they just turned it upside down. So it's quite
interesting. I'm gonna say we came first because we did it with care and compassion, and we were quick. But we did come second. Yeah. Okay, so breastfeeding. There was a lot of conversation in our household about breasts, about milk, about everything.
It's a hard thing. It's a big thing, and you have to just kind of figure it out. And I wish somebody had said it won't be easy, because then I would be a bit more prepared.
But also that it's going to come good. And now you're at the Burj Khalifa, you're in the mall, you're
in the
cinema, just breastfeeding your baby, as it should be. Well, no, I'm going to rephrase that. Not as it should be, as you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it was something that I really wanted. But I think, just knowing that was going to be a bit more tough. No, I mean, I think there's loads of things you wish you knew, but... Yeah,
no, but one main thing is that breastfeeding would be difficult, but then it would come good.
That would be my main thing.
Okay, then, let's ask you this last question. What is one thing you cannot live without now as a mom?
I mean, there's lots of things.
No, I'm talking about the main thing that you cannot live without as a mom.
I cannot live without Dalika.
Oh,
I
okay,
know. It's so Dubai. So Dalika's our housekeeper. She's been in our lives for the last 3 years, and she came to work full time for us this year.
She did.
She is just a godsend, and she has this magic touch when it comes to putting him down to sleep.
Well, I mean, Exhibit A, whilst we have been recording.
Bottle down for bed.
Yeah.
And we each do, I'm obviously here with him in the daytime. You normally do the dream feed at night.
Mm-hmm.
And normally there's another nap, which Dalika will take care of. But yeah, she's just incredible. And I think not only for that, she took care of me when you went back to work and I was still breastfeeding. Yeah. And, you know, there's just a lot of conversations that need to happen. And she just helps us to do that. And when I go back to work, she will be invaluable because she will be the caregiver when I'm not here.
Pick up Dalika then.
Yeah.
Our beautiful babe of a housekeeper.
Yeah, she is. She's fabulous.
I like it. So I think we're coming toward the end of our first episode, which is crazy. And I guess to you, our audience, if you're still listening at this point, why should you tune in next time? We hope that we've provided you with some rawness, some honesty.
I think so. A
few laughs, anecdotes, advice. And we hope to share more with you on future episodes.
Yeah, it's nice to just give a bit of an overview of who we are, what we do, and then
and perhaps give a big appreciation to the moms and the dads and the caregivers that are out there, because until you have a baby, you have no idea how time is going to move.
We've both said to our parents, we really value you.
Well, I was one of 3 boys. How am my mum and dad?
Yeah.
We'll save that for another episode. But for now, we'll say thank you. And if you've enjoyed today's podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, please subscribe, like, share it to anybody who you think might be interested in listening to me and my wife talk about becoming parents. And comment. What do you want to see or hear from us next? We'd love to hear from you.